Yo, what is good, Killer Squad? We're back with another video. So today we're gonna be doing our NBA playoff brackets / playoff predictions. So as you guys can see, I already filled it out because I did a recording before, and basically I forgot to record the audio. But we're gonna be showing you guys my predictions and explaining why I picked these ones. As you guys can see, I did pick Houston and Raptors to go to the finals. I am repping the Raptors cat, so slightly biased. But guys, let me know in the comments down below, what are your final playoff predictions? What are your final two players? Who is gonna win? So I have Houston winning it, which is not biased at all. So starting off with the West Coast, as you guys can see, I have Houston winning and beating Minnesota 4-1. I think honestly Minnesota could get swept depending on how well Houston plays or how well Minnesota plays, because if Jimmy Butler doesn't play well, I don't think they're going to do well. We also need Andrew Wiggins to step up, so that is going to be my pick. And also Houston's backcourt is absolutely insanely good, so we got that high-powered team. Now, this is going to be a great matchup as well. OKC against Utah. I have OKC winning 4-2. Honestly, I don't think Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert together are going to beat the triple combo of Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo Anthony. Especially Paul George, who's been shooting really well recently, and you know, Westbrook with the averaging of triple-double back-to-back season, which is pretty solid in my opinion. So that's going to lead to a good conference, a semifinal conference, which is going to be really good. Semi-final Western Conference. Yeah, there we go. Jeez, that was hard to say. Anyway, we also got Portland against the New Orleans Pelicans. Personally, I think this is going to be closer than people think. I think Portland is going to win 4-3. I think a lot of people are saying Portland are going to destroy New Orleans Pelicans. I do think Anthony Davis is going to be a huge factor in this game, and they're going to probably keep it close, but that's my prediction. They might get swept, who knows, but I personally think it's going to be closer. And then we have Golden State against the Spurs. I might give 2 games to the Spurs, but I think Golden State is going to win 4-1. Although they don't have Curry, I might actually switch it right now. We're going to switch this 4-2. I think the fact is, Golden State does not have as many players. They do have Kevin Durant and Draymond Green, the whole gang. But Spurs, which is surprising, they made a 7 seed. They really don't have much players. They have LaMarcus Aldridge, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and those guys, and you know, that's what they're working with. But I honestly don't think it's going to be that close. It's going to be 4-1 or 4-2, but we're going to get 4-2. Give a little respect to Pops. Now we're going to head to the East Coast. We're going to pick up Toronto Raptors against Wizards. I think Toronto is going to win 4-1 against Washington Wizards. I think it's going to be maybe 4-2, but I think Raptors are going to beat John Wall and Bradley Beal. I do like John Wall and I do like Bradley Beal, but I think the Raptors have better depth on the bench, especially with all those rookies coming into their own. I personally think it's going to be Raptors, bang, 4-1, heading into the semis. Is that quarter? Semi, yeah, semi, then Western Finals, Eastern semifinals. Then we got Cleveland against Indiana. I think honestly Cleveland's going to sweep them, bring out the brooms. Honestly, Indiana has who? Victor Oladipo, Miles Turner. I think those are the only two that will really do well. I mean, Thaddeus Young, I think maybe. Is he even still on the team? Pretty sure he's still on the team. But yeah, I don't think so. I think LeBron's going to take care of the business as usual. Kevin Love is going to start scoring like crazy. He's going to bring out the sweep. 4-0 sweep, where we're going to have Raptors against Cleveland, which should be very interesting to watch. Now we got Philadelphia against Miami Heat. I got Philadelphia winning in 6 games. I think Philly is going to do really well. I have X factors coming into this game. I believe that Markelle Fultz is going to be a huge factor into this playoff predictions. If you watch him play, he's been averaging some good amount of assists and rebounds off the limited amount of time, getting good amount of points as well. He also had a triple-double on the season. Youngest player to get a triple-double so far. Lonzo Ball was the last player. Pretty insane right there, but I like Miami. I do think they will bring some games in. Goran is a pretty good player, as well as Hassan Whiteside. But other than that, they don't really have. If they have Deion Waiters, maybe. But other than that, I don't see anyone else scoring well on their team. Justice Winslow, maybe. But even then, I don't think so. We have the Boston against Milwaukee. I have an upset going on here. I think Milwaukee is going to upset Boston. This is going to be one of the best games to watch in the East. We got Giannis, as well as Jabari and Chris Middleton, who's going to play some fire. Hopefully. I don't know. Boston is good, but they don't have Kyrie. They have Jaylen Brown. They don't have Gordon Hayward either, but they also have why am I forgetting his name? Can't remember his name. The rookie. Golly, I can't remember his name. But anyway, I don't think they're gonna. I think it's gonna be a upset. I think Milwaukee's gonna beat them. Plus, I think it's gonna be a better matchup to watch. Philadelphia against the Milwaukee Bucks. It's gonna be Giannis against Ben Simmons, which should be really interesting. But I think Ben Simmons slightly better when it comes to the passing. now that we have our semifinals for the conferences set, let's go back and say who I think is going to win. This is going to be a heck of a great series if this happens. Houston against OKC. You got James Harden against his old team, but this time OKC. I think it happened last year too. OKC against the Rockets. I could be wrong. That could have been a few years ago. But anyway, that's going to be a great series. You got Chris Paul and James Harden, who is a MVP candidate, which we'll see how well that goes. But against OKC, which I mean, that could be really good. You got Carmelo, Paul George, as well as Westbrook. So that's gonna be really interesting. But I do have Houston winning 4-2. It could go to 4-3, depending on how well Paul George and Carmelo play. We all know Westbrook is gonna be getting the assists, getting the rebounds, and scoring a lot. But we'll see what happens there. Now we got Portland against Golden State. This is gonna be close. I have Golden State winning 4-3, just because Portland have a history of playing pretty well against Golden State in the playoff. Last year they did really well. If they had Nurkic a little earlier, they would have I think they might have won that series. But Golden State's big weakness is their big man. They don't really have the best big man, and Nurkic is a really good big man. They don't have Curry. If Curry comes back, I think it's going to be 4-2, 4-1, but I don't think he's going to be back. It's a possibility. Who knows? It's a knee injury, and injuries are always dangerous. But Kevin Durant as well, maybe Clay and Draymond might be able to push this through. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to give 4-3 to Golden State, and Mike goes to Portland. Who knows? But I'm going to give a slight edge to Golden State. Just a slight edge. Now, here we got a good matchup. Toronto against Cleveland. I think Cleveland won the last time that they faced, which was not too long ago. But I do like Raptors just because the fact is that I am biased AF. Raptors cap. I am a Lakers fan, a Clippers fan, but the Clippers are not out. We got to go with the Canadian team. I am also a Philadelphia fan, and usually I'm a Bulls fan, but they traded Jimmy Butler, so I would like Minnesota to make it far, but unfortunately they're probably not going to make it far. But Raptors, back to the Raptors. I think their depth in the bench is really good. So does Cleveland. They also have good depth, but I think the guards are gonna beat Cleveland's guards. I think Kyle, depending on how well Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. I know DeMar DeRozan is gonna do well, but they have a history of choking in the playoffs, so we might not know how well they're gonna do. I would love Toronto to beat Cleveland, but you know it's gonna be close. I put Toronto slight edge 4-3. It could go either way. It could go Cleveland 4-3 as well. It's gonna go to Game 7 back in Toronto, and I'm gonna get a slight edge because we're gonna be playing at home, and playing at home in Toronto is a huge factor. See, look, even I'm choking right now. All right, next we're gonna go back down to this matchup, which I am a huge fan of. Philadelphia against Milwaukee. Huge game. We got, if Joel Embiid is back, I think that's a wrap by then. I think Philadelphia is gonna win. Milwaukee, although they have Giannis, they have Jabari and Chris Middleton, I think Ben Simmons, especially, look at that, Ben Simmons, JJ Redick, you got Dario Saric, you got Joel Embiid as well as Covington. Those guys are long. And those defense, they're doing really well in defense, to be honest with you guys. But Markelle Fultz is my X factor in this. I think Markelle Fultz is going to be a X factor in the whole playoff. He's going to come off the bench. He's going to get you 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 assists and rebounds a game, close to 10, 12 points off the bench, maybe 20 points. He is going to destroy off the bench, and it's going to be really good. I'm actually excited to see him play some more. So I got Philadelphia edging out Milwaukee 4-2. I just don't think that Giannis, and I don't think they have enough 3-point shooters to help it out. I think Philadelphia is going to edge us out real good, 4-2, to lead to a finals, which is going to be Raptors against Philadelphia. Now, in the West, we got 1 seed against 2 seed, Houston against Golden State Warriors. Obviously, we don't have much upsets going on right now. We do have a Houston against Golden State. I think Houston is going to win 4-3. Again, if Curry's back, it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be Golden State slightly winning it against Houston if Curry is back. But if not, I'm going to give it to Houston just because their backcourt is way too good. And maybe Kevin Durant's going to take over. I could be wrong. Golden State could be going back to the finals again for the 4th year in a row, 3rd year in a row. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm going to have Houston winning it right now in the finals. And we have in the Eastern Finals, we have Raptors against Philadelphia. Will this be the first year that LeBron doesn't make it to the finals? It's a possibility, who knows? But if Cleveland does win, I think it's going to be a good matchup. If it was Cleveland against Philadelphia, it'd be a great matchup to watch. Ben Simmons against LeBron James. It would have been really insane to watch. I would have loved that matchup. But we're gonna, for this sake, we have Raptors against Philadelphia. I want to say Philadelphia might be able to upset this, so that's why I have 4-2. But I honestly think it's gonna be closer. It might even be closer to 4-3. We're gonna switch that to 4-3. And it's gonna be confirmed result. Raptors against Philadelphia, 4-3. I think either or would be really good, but I think the guards in Toronto are going to get the job done and defeat Philadelphia in 7 games. Very interesting game, in my opinion. Should be really fun to watch. If Joel Embiid comes back, we'll see what happens, because I don't like that matchup against Valanciunas. Valanciunas is not the best. He's good, not the best. Joel Embiid is just a monster. Now, with the finals, we will have Houston against Raptors. And you guys are like, yeah, man, you're just picking Raptors to win everything. No, I didn't pick Raptors to win everything. I have Houston winning it 4-2. I just don't think that Raptors will be able to deal with the Houston three-point barrage, as well as Chris Paul and James Harden. So that's going to be really, really interesting to watch. And those are my predictions. I don't have many sweeps. The only thing I could see maybe being a sweep as well is Houston sweeping Minnesota. OKC might sweep Utah. I don't think so. Maybe they're going to say sweeping San Antonio, but I highly doubt that. Raptors might sweep Washington, but I doubt that's going to happen. That's why I didn't put it. And you could see, maybe I could be wrong in one of these. Maybe what's it? Maybe one of these teams will get swept. But those are my playoff predictions. So I have Houston winning it all and Raptors making it to the finals. That'd be amazing if Raptors won. I doubt it, but it should be very interesting to watch the West against East. So guys, let me know in the comments down below which one is yours. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, I'm out. See you guys next time. Kill it.